The Town of Fairfax is asking its citizens to approve a half-cent sales tax in order to make up for a budget shortfall. Town officials cite several causes for the situation: increasing pension and health care costs, recovery costs from the disastrous flood, the state of California grabbing local government revenues, reduced property and sales tax revenues. These arguments sound believable on the surface, but when looked at with a critical eye, it is obvious that the justifications are not only false, they're based on a complete lack of fiscal responsibility or accurate financial reporting from town staff and our elected representatives. First, let's talk about facts. Mayor Bragman has repeatedly pointed to the town's 2012 adopted budget, which states that personnel costs, salaries, and benefits comprise approximately 80% of the town's budget. However, if you examine the numbers also provided by the same official budgets and audits, you quickly determine that this simply isn't true. Payroll has consistently been around 60% of the annual general fund budget. If the town's official budget is inaccurate, starting with the town manager's opening remarks, what else is wrong? Proponents of Measure D claim that the state of California raided funds from local governments and Fairfax incurred great costs recovering from the disastrous 2005 flood. Neither of these arguments are true, though, as the fiscal year 2010 audit specifically mentions the town's participation in the Prop 1A securitization program to enable the town to recoup the 8% property tax grab by the state of California. Additionally, the official 2012 budget shows that disaster funds were kept totally separate from the general fund, leaving a positive balance of more than $48,000. Fairfax is more than whole in reimbursements for flood damages. The Friends of Measure D also make claims about property and sales tax revenues, stating that they have decreased 5.1% and 10.8% respectively. This again is not true. Using the town's official audits, we see that property tax revenues are actually up 2.5% since 2006, and the sales tax revenues also have increased 0.5% since 2006. Overall, the town's revenues have increased 17% since 2005. We would love to tell you how much property tax revenues have increased since 2005. However, the town's fiscal year 2005 audit does not provide enough transparency to do that. Town officials claim they've reduced departmental budgets and that the town has performed a rigorous strategic budgeting process, reducing departmental budgets across the board. Once again, the town official audits prove this claim is false. Overall general fund spending increased 24%, and all departments show increased spending as well. In addition, Friends of Measure D claim the town has consolidated positions and left open staff positions unfilled. Yet the town actually created a new position for Focus Coordinator this year. While we're not questioning the value of this position, it is hard to see how it can be argued that salaries were frozen and positions left unfilled when new positions were created. What's the real problem? The town of Fairfax consistently underestimates revenues by approximately $450,000 per year. The town also consistently runs a deficit budget, with plans to spend more than revenue. From 2005 to 2010, the town of Fairfax took in $2.7 million more than was expected in the budget, yet they also spent $909,000 more than they expected to spend. All told, the town spent $2.3 million more than was brought in, leaving our reserves depleted. Now the town wants more. They want $750,000 more, in fact. If they couldn't handle $2.7 million in unexpected revenues, how can voters ever believe council will act responsibly with $750,000 more? Please join us in sending a message to Town Hall. Fix the financial mess before asking for more money. Vote no on Measure D. For supporting data and more information, please visit fairfaxsaysno.com. Sponsored by the Committee to Oppose Measure D, 2011.